What's up guys, Austin here from Airsoft Station. Today we're going to be doing a video on how to maintain your mid-cap magazines. Now mid-caps are exactly as they're named, they're mid-capacity, they hold anywhere from 50 to 200 rounds, and unlike a high-cap magazine such as this one on the end here, they don't have a wheel on the bottom here, you don't have to wind your magazine every once in a while. All of the BBs are loaded directly into the magazine and they're kept under tension by a spring wound up in the magazine in a track here. Now since the tension of the spring is what actually loads the BB into your gun, you want this spring to have as much tension as possible, or as it came brand new from the factory. The reason for that is if you don't have a lot of tension on it, it may not load at all, and you may not have your gun feeding at all. Otherwise, it may just load slower than it normally would, which in that case, if you have a high rate of fire gun, your magazine can't keep up with that. And what's the point of having a high rate of fire gun if you're not actually shooting the BBs? So, we're going to be showing you how to take care of that. The way to get to your actual spring is different on all the magazines, but we're going to be working on this one now and we'll show you some of the differences. So let me scoot these over, and to start off with this kind, there will be a screw on the bottom here. You can go ahead and just remove that screw. Set that off somewhere safe, and from there you can separate your actual magazine from the sheath here. You will then have a screw right here on the bottom. You can see a small cutout right there. That is the ending track of the magazine. So we go ahead and remove that. Keep some pressure on this with your finger, because keep in mind it is under pressure and it will want to fly out. So we go ahead and release that. Keep pressure on it. Now don't let these magazines deceive you. There's a lot of spring in there. Alright, and then this end piece here on the end is called your follower. Make sure you don't lose that. That is what actually pushes your BBs. So, now that we have the spring out, you want to go ahead and inspect it for any bends, kinks, anything like that. Be careful and gentle with it. These things do bend very easily. This one looks good. I would hope it looks good. It's a brand new magazine, and if there was any dents or kinks or anything like that, it might be time for a new magazine. But if it's just dirty, go ahead and you can clean it off. You can just use a paper towel like we have here. Just wipe it down. Again, I'm not going to do that just because this one is perfect. And if there was any, stuff sitting in between the little slots here, you can go ahead and blow it off with some compressed air here, just right in the little slots between it. So now that our spring is all clean, we want to clean out the track of the actual magazine. So for that, you are for sure going to want to use compressed air. You'll put it right in there and just blow it out from the bottom. Look at the top here, maybe clean anything out that got pushed up from there, and repeat the process. Just let it blow through. Clean anything out at the top. You might want to use a Q-tip. Those are really handy for cleaning out the top there. Now that we're done with that, then it's time to put it all back together. We have a clean magazine and a clean spring and a clean follower. So we'll start with the follower. We'll make sure the follower goes in first and then the spring goes behind it. On some mags, this is more difficult to do. On others, this one is pretty middle of the road. It is a relatively stiff spring, so you kind of gotta use two hands to do it. You'll want to push it in, hold it, push it in, and then we'll go ahead and finish up with that end piece, just like that. And then we'll screw it all down. From there, you're ready to put it back in the sheath. Put that bottom screw in, and you are done. You have completely cleaned and maintained your mid-cap magazine. I'd recommend doing this probably not every game, but again, more often than not. Now on an AK magazine, it is slightly different. Rather than removing the screw from the bottom, there's a pin up here at the top. You'll go ahead and remove that pin where there will be a little door, and then it's the same process. Then that door opens and the spring comes out. I've shown you how to do it on the M4 one, so for time's sake, I'm not going to show you, but just know that rather than screwing it from the bottom, you remove that pin. That's about it for this video, guys. Regardless of what type of magazine you have and regardless of what type of gun it is for, as long as it is a mid-cap, all you have to do is figure out how to get your spring out, and from there it's relatively smooth sailing. Just use some compressed air to blow out the track, use a paper towel or a Q-tip to clean off the spring, and then once you reassemble it all together, just go ahead and hit it with a little bit of silicone oil. What I recommend doing is just a couple drops here in the top of the where you feed the BBs, and then just fill it up, and with a little reverse tab or release tab here, let them all out, and that'll just line the whole track with silicone, and it'll help keep things running very smoothly. That's it for this video. Until the next one, have a good one, guys.